Students, Sairam. This is Megha Miss here, and today we will continue with lesson number 19, constituents of food. Okay, now before you have studied in this chapter, that are the concepts diet and balanced diet, carbohydrates and its sources, three types of carbohydrates, that is starch, fibers and sugars. You studied about fats and their sources. Okay, all this concept I hope you studied it well at home. Okay, so today we are going to do two more nutrients in this chapter. Okay, constituents of food, two more constituents of food. Now what are those we will study. Okay, now here, now in the next slide you can see a picture, right? In that picture up I have written house of bricks. Okay, so this house, for example, down you can see there are bricks kept. So one upon the another, when the bricks were kept, then I got one house to be done. Okay, so I required to build up this house, I require bricks, I will require stone. Now in modern technology we take cement and many other things. Normal construction we will use bamboo sticks, first that will be tied up. Okay, so many things are there which I will require to build up this house, but primarily I will require stones and bricks. Okay, so I will say that these stones and bricks were very important for me to build up my house. Okay, like that in our body we require some nutrient to build up our body. Now what is that nutrient that we are going to study? Okay students, now just as the bricks and stones are the building blocks needed for a wall or to build a house, proteins are the building blocks of our body. Yes student, which is that nutrient? That nutrient is the proteins. So proteins are the building block of our bodies. Okay, now what are these proteins exactly? We will see. The body undergoes wear and tear continuously. Sometimes it gets injured, but the healing and the repair of our body goes on all the time without our being aware of it. Proteins are required for this. Now what is wear and tear students? Now you know, you play, you fall down, you get hurt. Okay, sometimes you get a bigger injury. Okay, so who is going to heal it in your body? Proteins. Yes students, proteins are important to heal your wounds what you get in your body. Okay, sometimes see, you get a small hurt and your mother will say, don't worry, it is going to be fine, no need to apply anything, see, wash it properly and your wound will get healed. Okay, or you apply some small medicine which is regularly used at home. Okay, why? Because your mother knows it is a very small wound and your body will be capable of to heal it. Okay, and how your body will be capable? Because you are having proteins in your body. Okay students, so why you will have proteinaceous food? Because it is important to heal your wounds. Okay, proteins are required in plenty during the growing years of a person's life. Growing years means when you are a small baby, from that time till your growing years you require the proteins in large quantities. Okay students, why? Because we call them as the building blocks of our body. Okay, I hope you understood these 2 points. Okay, now from where we get these proteins? Now what to eat? What you will say? Miss, what we will eat to eat have proteins? Yes, what you are going to do? We get proteins from our food we eat. All different dals, pulses, milk and milk products like yogurt, khoya, paneer, eggs, meat and fish are rich sources of protein. So you are going to have all these things in your diet. Okay students, to get our required proteins, our daily diet should include dals, pulses, milk and milk products. Okay, now not compulsory every day you will have khoya, paneer and all, right? So but in every day, you know, dal and pulses, milk and milk products you will have. Your mother insists na have a glass of milk every day, at least in your breakfast or before going to bed at night. Why she is telling? Because it is going to provide a lot of proteins to your body. Okay students, so now you are going to have the milk. Why? Because it will give you proteins to build up your body, strong body. I hope everyone wishes to have a strong body. Okay students? Okay. Now here I'll show you the picture from where you get the protein. So the major sources of proteins, what are they? This dals, chicken, butter, milk, curd you can see, groundnuts you can see, different nuts, vegetables, all this are going to give you the proteins. Okay students? Now our body requires carbohydrates, fats and proteins in large proportions. Okay, so this constituents of food we call them as macronutrient. What you will call them students? Macronutrients. Micro word means large and nutrient, what are their nutrients here? Carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Okay, so our body requires carbohydrates, fats, which you have studied in previous presentations, and today what you studied, proteins, as they are required in large quantity, we call them as micronutrients. Okay students, I hope till here is clear to you. Okay, now we are going to start with the next nutrient. Okay, proteins. I hope every one of you understood what are proteins. The next one we are starting with, that is vitamins and minerals. Now what are these vitamins and minerals? In addition to macronutrients, means carbohydrate, proteins and fats, you require some other nutrients in small quantities. Okay, and these nutrients which you require in small quantities, we call them as micronutrients. Okay, micro means small. Okay, and which are these nutrients which you require in small quantities? They are vitamins and minerals. Okay students, so these are also important in our body. Now you will tell, miss, if only in small amount, why they are important? Okay, if we don't have it, what will happen? Okay, so we will see that. Now see the next slide. First we will study about vitamins. Okay, the different vitamins are named using the letters of alphabet. What are these letters? Example is vitamin A, B, C, D, E and K are the most important vitamins. Okay, although we require vitamins in small quantities, a lack of deficiency of any vitamin results in serious disorders. Means, as I told you, even though we require these vitamins in small quantities, if you don't have it, you have to suffer from a disorder. Okay students, so these all vitamins are very important in your body, so you are going to have them. Okay, now we will see an example. Okay, for example, if you have a deficiency, that means if you lack vitamin A over a long period of time, it results in the night blindness. Now what is this disorder, night blindness? Night blindness means you are not able to see in the dim light. Okay student, or you are not able to see at night. So if you have less vitamin A in your body, then you will be not able to see clearly at night or in dim light. Okay student, I hope you understood this example. Second example, a deficiency of vitamin D results in weak and brittle bones. If I don't have vitamin D in my body, my bones will become brittle. Now what is brittle word? Now you know, if I take a piece of a chalk, is it easily breakable? Yes, I can break it. You must have done it in the school, right? You must have taken a chalk and tried to you must have shared it with your friends by breaking it, right? Like that only, brittle means our bones become so weak that if you get an injury, easily it can break and you may get a fracture. You know the word fracture, right? What happens? That a bone is breaking. Okay, hence vitamins gives us the ability to resist the disease. Resist means what? To fight with the disease. Okay, gives us the ability to fight with the diseases. So we are going to have vitamins in our diet. Okay students, I hope the examples and what are vitamins you have understood. What are the different types of vitamins? Easy to remember. You are going to remember the alphabets. Okay, A, B, C, D, E and K. Okay students? Okay. Now here are some sources of the vitamins. You can see the carrots, apple, you can see the vegetables, palak, sweet potato, papaya, amla, lemons and all are going to provide you with the vitamins. So all this should be included in your diet. Okay. Now the next we are going to see the minerals. What are these minerals? Iron, calcium, potassium, sodium are some examples of the minerals that are essential for your body. Okay student, they are needed in small quantities but they have an important part to play in all the necessary functions of your body. As we saw about vitamins, that even though they are required in small quantities, they are important. Same way, minerals are also important as they play an important role in your body. And which are these minerals students? You will remember iron, calcium, potassium and sodium. Okay, now we will see again the example. See here, iron is necessary for carrying oxygen to different parts of the body. Now all of you know the respiration process, right? You have heard. What do you know this about respiration? You take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide, right? So when you take in oxygen, blood takes that oxygen to different parts of the body. So in that blood, who is this one to carry? Iron. Okay, iron is the mineral which will carry oxygen in the blood to different parts of the body. If there is deficiency of this iron in the blood, body does not get enough supply of oxygen. Yes, if iron is less, oxygen will be not given to all parts of the body. Okay, and one feels constantly weak and tired. So this condition happens, we are suffering from a disease called as anemia. What you will call the disease as? Anemia. You can see the spelling there. Yes, in red color I have written. It is important. You are going to remember the spelling also. Learn the spellings also. Important spellings. You can practice writing them. Okay students. So this condition, when iron is not present in proper quantities in your blood, oxygen is not supplied to every part. Okay, and hence you feel very weak and tired, and this condition we will call it as anemia. So the mineral calcium makes our body strong. Okay, next example is calcium. You know, in your teeth, you have to have a strong teeth, you need calcium. To have strong nails, you need the calcium. Strong nails means your nails should be proper. Growth of nails should be proper, right? So that time you require the calcium. Okay students, so bones also require to have a strong bones also you require the calcium. Okay, I hope till here is clear to you. Now all kinds, from where you will get these vitamins and minerals, again together we can see all kinds of fruits, vegetables, green leafy vegetables, sprouted pulses, their skin and the bran of the cereals. Now what is this word bran? I have written in blue color. Bran is the covering of the seeds of the cereals. So you know, when your mother is sieving the what you can say, the flour of the any wheat or anything rice, you will get a brown color something at the up in the sieve. What is that brown color? That brown color powder is nothing but the bran. That is the powder of the skin of the cereal. So you are going to have that also because it contains more nutrients. Okay, fruits also you are going to have it along with their skin. Not all fruits, I know. You will say, miss, we can't have watermelon with the seed, right? You will say, miss, we can't have a pineapple with a seed, its skin. Okay, not a seed, a skin. Okay, but apples, you can have chickus, you can have pear, all these things you can have it along with the skin because they contains more nutrients. Okay students, so we should eat fruits with the skins and we should not sweep the floor to throw away the bran. You are going to have that bran also because that bran contains more nutrients. Okay students, These are some examples of the green leafy vegetables which are going to provide you with the vitamins and the minerals. Okay, so here you can see many green leafy vegetables and you can identify with your parents. Okay, you will tell your parents which are those. Then here are some sources of vitamins and minerals. Apple, you can have guavas, you can see here carrots, again cauliflower, beetroot, you can see the drumsticks, amla, lemon, you can see different types of nuts are there. Okay, all of them are going to give you the vitamins and the minerals. Okay students. Okay, next we are going to see this about sprouted green gram. What is this sprouted green gram, students? These sprouted green grams are very nutritious when you have them, okay, after sprouting. So you know what is sprouting. You must have seen your mother tying up this green grams. First she will wash them, then she will tie it in a cloth and she will keep it overnight, and the next day if you see, like this white color something will come out from that grams. Okay, so that is nothing but the sprouting of this green gram, and this will make it more nutritious. Okay, now next thing, after having this green grams, it is very nutritious and you are going to have it in your food. Okay students, so now we will see what we have studied today. Okay, what we studied today, we saw about the proteins and about sources of proteins. Okay students, how the proteins are important, we saw them. They are the building blocks of our body. Yes, they are important because they carry out the wear and tear of our body. Okay, and we saw different sources also. You're going to have different vegetables, you're going to have different milk products, then you're going to have what, fruits. They are all going to provide you with the proteins. Okay, then why do you need proteins in our diet? We know because it is important. It is going to bring about the wear and tear of our body, make our body strong to fight the diseases. Yes student. Now next we studied the concept of macronutrients and the micronutrients. What were macronutrients? Macro means large and nutrients means the different nutrients were carbohydrates, proteins and fats. As we require them in large quantities, we call them as macronutrients. Okay, and what were student micronutrients? The nutrients which we require in small quantities but they play important role. Yes, they are called as micronutrients. Micro means small. And what were they? Vitamins and minerals. Okay, then we studied about vitamins and their sources. We saw that different types of vitamins. What were they? Vitamin A, B, C, D, E and K. Okay, and all of them are very important in small quantities to fight the diseases. Yes, because they give us the ability to resist the disorders, you can say. Okay, and we saw the different examples. Vitamin D we saw now, one of the example, that if vitamin D is not there, then our bones will become brittle and weak. Okay, last we saw about minerals and their sources. What were the minerals? Minerals were the again we require in small quantities. They were iron, potassium, then sodium, and what were they? Iron, potassium, sodium. Okay, and you require them in small quantities. Why you require them in small quantities? Because they will also help you to resist the diseases. Okay, and for example we saw about the calcium. Yes, one more is calcium. If you eat calcium less in your diet, then your bones will become weak. Okay, you need calcium for your teeth and nails to have them strong. Okay students, so I hope this session today was helpful for you to study the two new proteins, the two new nutrients that were proteins, vitamins and minerals. Okay students, so I hope you will study all these concepts again properly, and we will study the next nutrients in the next session. Okay students, till then take care. Saira.